Hey everybody, this is Pete Ritchie, and we're back on the road with Ben Slater, and we're going to hit another section of Havertown today and give you all a little bit of a feel. So if you're thinking about moving into Havertown, what area are we going to go to today, Ben?
Hey Pete, great to see you. We are going to check out the Paddock Farm section of Havertown, which, if you can see now, I don't know if they can see the road on the camera, but we're on Eagle Road, which is one of the primary roads that runs through Havertown, past a lot of little shops and restaurants. Great area. The YMCA is right up there to the left. And Paddock Farms is a highly sought after area that basically borders Eagle Road, Grassland Road, which runs parallel to Darby Road, which is the other major road in Havertown. Has a great park, Paddock Park, which we're going to see. It extends out to where Ellis Road is, sort of near the golf course neighborhood, which we'll do in another episode. But it's a nice little pocket with a lot of really sought after homes built in the 1950s, and they go quick.
I bet they do. There's so much around. I mean, you can walk. There's so much shopping. The YMCA, which,
That's
you know,
right to our left.
us growing up as kids here was the Swell Bubblegum Factory. There's the Swiss Farms over there, Young's Produce. There's Body Shop Row back here if you get into a fender bender. There's so much to do. There's no shortage of banks and water ice and breakfast places, lunch places. Pacella's, one of my favorites. It's really great.
Okay, so right now we're basically at the start of Paddock Farms, and this is Paddock Park, which I'll be honest, I haven't been to in a long time since I live in the next neighborhood over and go to the other park. But when I was young, I used to come here all the time.
It's a great little park, and soccer and baseball and um, playgrounds back here.
Yeah, there's a lot of youth baseball, and Havertown is big. They also have tennis courts here, which is great. Um,
Yeah, tennis courts, basketball courts,
Glad to see they're
soccer
still here.
fields. Yeah, it's awesome.
So, and this serves this whole neighborhood. So any of the Paddock Farm kids come to Paddock Park, which obviously makes it desirable. Uh, Great school district and parks are two of the main things that really keep a neighborhood up. And you also notice with like all the sections of Havertown, pretty much, there's a lot of pride when we pass the houses. We just did a blog on curb appeal recently, and you'll see everybody really takes care of their homes, and
Sure do.
it helps make it like a really ideal.
It's a great place to live, man. It's a great place to live, and this is a great neighborhood. Nice wide streets.
See the welcome to Paddock Farm sign there.
Yeah, I got that coming in. Nice streets. I know here there's one of them is one way, keeps the flow going, so you're not too backed up or blocked. When the trees are all the leaves are back on the trees. Such a beautiful shady street.
Yeah, we're on Woodley. In this part, you can see a lot of these houses are similar. They're the brick colonials.
I love it. Look at the swings and the pitchbacks and the soccer nets. All the family activity here. It's a great place to raise a family.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful. Are these center hall colonials, or what are a lot of these homes like, Ben?
Yeah, for the most of them, but they're not large in square footage. They usually run between like 1,500 and 2,000 tops. A lot of them have been renovated over the years.
Yeah, I see a lot of additions on them.
What I like about it, especially, is the construction is really in the 1950s for the most part. I mean, some are 1940, some are 1960, a few 1970, but really like the 1950s, when you talk to builders, is like one of the best decade as far as quality of construction.
Absolutely, a lot of oak framing.
Yeah, and I'm not a construction expert, but from what I know and have been told by the experts, the construction was higher quality. The wood was thicker.
The wood was thicker and better.
So you don't get a lot of those leans. We're gonna go left here. This is Ellis. So it's just a great spot. You do have, like, now you get to little variation. You have a nice rancher right there in the corner. Marybrook, that's a really nice street. That's a cul-de-sac. So eventually it ends, and
yeah, there's a lot of beautiful places, a lot of ranchers, and I've seen a lot of ranchers get converted. And I'm sorry about the shaky a little bit. The streets are what they are. I know that this house here with the white top used to be a rancher.
Yeah.
And this looks like Frank Lloyd Wright used to live here.
Well, that's the other thing too with the neighborhood. I did a little quick research yesterday in preparation. Um, there's really, literally, you don't see any for sale signs. There's only one house that's for sale right now in this whole neighborhood, and in the last 6 months, there were 33 sales. Average price was 680,000. So it's
Wow.
yeah, it's getting up there, and the range was. I'm going to try not to look at my notes and remember. The range was 450 approximately to like 1.25 million.
It's
Um,
incredible.
yeah, so if you do buy one of those ranchers, and there's Paddock Road and that circles around, we're going to go up to Ellis just so you can see kind of the main road. Maybe we could even pause it in a little bit if you want, but um, this is like the border of the Paddock Farms area. And then you see the golf course, part of Marion Golf Course on your right.
Yes. So this is the West course. This isn't the one where the U.S. Open was competed on. This is the second course that the members get to enjoy and utilize here. Still a beautiful track. I still can't get on it, but it's just a beautiful. Imagine, having sitting on the front of one of your homes here and looking across at a beautiful manicured golf course.
some of these homes on Ellis are bigger, and again, you have to factor in if you're going to buy a property on a busy road, you have to discount for that. So
Right.
these will sell at a slight discount. Well, not slight, probably $50,000 to $70,000 lower than one that's back in the neighborhood. But
But at least they have plenty of driveway parking, and
yeah,
most of them seem to have some places where I could park the car. I wouldn't want to park my car right on the side of the road, but they seem to have plenty of places to keep their cars on their property.
so here
which
you
is
have
nice.
David Drive and Golf Hills Drive. Let's go down David. I actually had a client that purchased two houses on the street. He bought one, and it was a great house, and then he wanted one a little bigger that was a block down, so we ended up doing a contingency sale, which worked out great. It was during Corona actually, so it was a little tricky. I thought it would be tricky, but it actually went very smooth. But anyway, so this is a great street, David Drive, and this you have Golf Hills Drive next to it, which runs parallel. A lot of the houses on these streets, you saw a lot of the center colonials. You have a lot more split levels around this neighborhood too, so you have kind of a mix, which is nice. And then this boots us back out to Paddock.
Yeah.
There's
It's an example of a obvious addition.
yeah.
I'd say, and that's more and more the case. People find the neighborhoods that they love, and instead of looking for a bigger house, they just add on to their home and stay in the neighborhood they love. I mean, look at the size of all these houses, and then look at this guy. Huge.
Yeah, and like I said, as a buyer, I mean, you're always thinking you don't want to overextend for the neighborhood, not overextend, over improve for the neighborhood, and it's almost impossible to do around here because
The values are so good.
yeah, I mean, they'll sell for over $1 million easily if you have $1 million.
And then it's also a thought like, is this going to be my forever home? And if this is my forever home and I love this neighborhood so much and I overinvest on it, maybe by the time my kids inherit it or whatever, the market will have caught up to the value that I put in that home. But in the meantime, I had a really great home.
Yeah, that's another thing too. You don't see a lot of turnaround. I mean, we will see more houses come on the market. We're in early spring. Well, actually, we're not even really in spring yet. We're almost in spring, but
Almost.
I'm in spring in my mind.
I'm looking forward to being in spring, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and this is where we came out.
Yeah, so we
Okay.
kind of made a loop. So we're going back to actually we can go this way.
Go that way, and you can go down to or whichever way you want. Prescott, I think is the
Yeah,
street.
exactly. Very good memory. Prescott's right. Yeah, so it's this will kick us right back out to Eagle, which will kind of conclude our tour. But you can see it's really really good. But back to what I was saying.
And look at the quality of that house. What style would you call that? Is that a mission style, or
yeah,
is that
almost like a bungalow, really.
beautiful?
But yeah, you have different. Like I said, that one part when you first come in, you do have that kind of cookie cutter row of bricks. I think it was like the same builder in the '50s, so you have a lot of those brick
Yeah, but
colonials.
everybody loves them, so it's not like there's certain styles of places that are cookie cutter that were modern, like late '60s, early '70s type of architecture.
Yeah.
That all looks the same, and that's not so great. But these Center Hall Colonials,
There's
they're
Lassie
beautiful.
over there.
There is Lassie.
A very dog-friendly
What's that?
neighborhood.
Timmy fell down in a mine shaft.
we're dating ourselves, but it is very friendly.
Nobody else will date us.
We'll do a tour when we do other parts of Havertown, but there's the reserve is right near this neighborhood too, so you can drive to a really nice dog park in about 4 minutes, which is great. So
yeah, and there's like I said, walkable places to, if you're a quarter mile to good shopping, that's just a good walk, and I consider that very convenient. And everybody has parking everywhere where you are shopping, so that's good. There's plenty of municipal parking, like around the Havertown Grill and those places, and the pizza shop there, and
we're back to Hillcrest.
Back to Hillcrest,
and let's
a nice little loop.
Let's go back to the park, and we can wrap it up.
All righty.
Take another view.
So just one house for sale in the whole place, huh?
Yeah, like I said, there'll be more on, and if you're a buyer, especially in this neighborhood, I mean, the overall market is trending a little more favorable towards buyers right now, especially in the cities, and in other neighborhoods. You are seeing a lot more supply. Unfortunately, for buyers, when you get in an area like Havertown right now, or like Wayne, PA, which is a few towns over, and they're really sought after, they're kind of immune to that market pullback a little bit. So for buyers, you want to have all your financial information together, your buyer's financial form filled out, your pre-approval letter. And when we're working together, we have to kind of just strategize on what we can do to make our offer the strongest, and you're going to have to realize that you might have to come in, over asking.
And it makes a lot of sense, don't you think, to be pre-qualified?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the first thing we do. So,
I mean, you just have to do that when people come in, find a house they like, and especially when there's low inventory like here, and then you got to go to the bank and deal with all that. Yeah. Somebody else is going to make offers.
Exactly. Yeah. I will not work with anybody. I mean, as soon as I meet a buyer, they understand, like, look, we have to get our ducks in a row. We have to get the numbers, and more importantly, it's not even just about getting the house. It's about what are you comfortable with. I mean, I work with buyers that buy $1 million homes, and I was just telling you this morning, I have a showing this afternoon for a woman who's buying her first house. She doesn't make a lot of money, and her budget's about $100,000. So I really made sure, like, look, let's go through the numbers. This is going to be your monthly payment. Don't forget about your utility bills. You have maintenance. She doesn't have a car payment, but you have gas. So I want to make sure my buyers are comfortable. But so that you want to do that anyway. Just do your own personal finances. Say, okay, what can I afford? What do I have in the bank? And then when you have that all on paper, and you present that to the seller with the offer, along with the mortgage pre-approval, along with the closing costs that you signed, that tells the seller you see exactly what you're doing. Then you're ahead, and you'd be surprised. Like that's standard, but I'll be honest. When I receive offers as a listing agent, I only have them as well organized as I present them 50% of the time, which is honestly sad. I mean, it should be 100%, but it's just what it is,
Yeah.
like in any business. So yeah, and maybe we'll get out and get the baseball out, Pete. Have a little baseball catch. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd throw an arm out, but I'll give it a shot.
Exactly. But that's Paddock Farms.
All right. Well, thanks for the tour, buddy. I really appreciate it. So if people want to get a hold of you, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
They can always call or text anytime on my cell, 610-348-0446. Or, of course, they could message on any social media on the YouTube if they're watching this now, and the website, benslater@remax.com, which you can also search for houses there too. But available 24/7, which is why my nickname, or my slogan rather, is full-time, all-the-time, lifetime realtor. And I really try and live by that. So if someone needs to get a hold of me, they'll get a hold of me.
Awesome. All right. Well, Ben, this has been great, man. I appreciate it. Let's go. What's the nearest local haunt where we can grab lunch? What's close by? They got, and I'm asking this for the customers.
We have so many. We could go to Westgate Pub, which is terrific. We could go to the Manoa Tavern. We could get a late breakfast at Nudies. We could get a breakfast at Havertown Grill. We could get pizza. There's a million
beers
pizza
at Burke's.
Yeah, Havertown. There's no shortage of restaurants.
No shortage of places.
Absolutely.
Crossbar and Brick
Yeah, the
and Brew,
crossbar. Actually, how could I not mention the crossbar? I know the owner well.
and Crossbar,
Um,
Brick and Brew,
yeah,
all these places.
yeah.
So
Depending if you want to go a little more upscale, Brick and Brew and Crossbar. There's every
there's
option.
no shortage of place to go. All right, buddy. Well, thank you so much again. This is a subsidiary of Real Estate Stories, and this is Pete Ritchie, and it's been a pleasure to be with Ben Slater again today.
Thanks again, guys.